Hello everyone, this is Sarah Warren in Philosophy and Music. This week we will be talking about another author that we've done before, Caillois, Calllois. This time it does have to do with play, but the part that I'm going to be focusing on is the paragraph dealing with masks. And the concept of masks does relate to play in a way that you are putting on a separate identity or hiding your own identity, which is similar to when you're playing a particular game as cops and robbers as a kid. You put on the mask, you pretend to be that character. You're not physically wearing a mask. Maybe you could, but it's not exactly as metaphorical. Well, I figured, well, there's something about masks in this topic. I have to talk about it because one of my favorite shows is Phantom of the Opera, and I'm going to show you my little trinket, and it plays Music of the Night. So I'm going to show you this. And this is Christine Daae right here, and this is the Phantom. And you can see how he's wearing the half of the mask, and instead of a whole one. If you've seen the show, it's because he has the disformity right here, and he's her music teacher. And she doesn't know it. She's never met him until later on in the show, and that's when the drama begins. So this is going to keep going on, so I'm just going to put this away for a second. This is mine. I got this when I saw the Broadway show, so yeah. Okay, so it should be far enough away that you guys can hear as much. It won't be obnoxious or anything. But another thing I wanted to show you was my mask. See, I'm really excited about this topic. So my boyfriend, he had his senior prom theme as a masquerade. So I'm going to show you my mask. I think it's really cool, but I don't know. Just the fact that it's the black and the gold can symbolize so much in itself. And compared to the Phantom mask, it's white and innocent and pure, and it's the shape of his face. So it's as if he's just concealing his secrets, not necessarily concealing himself, I guess, in a way. Just his deformities that he doesn't want Christine to see because he thinks she won't love him if she sees it, which is really sad. So why did I bring this up with playing the piano? Well, I have been obsessed with Phantom of the Opera since I knew it existed. It was basically one of the first shows that I bought a piano book for and learned how to play almost all the songs, but of course, once I got to the actual Phantom of the Opera piece, there were 8 key changes, and I'm thinking, wow, how can there be this many key changes in one song? Oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to play this. So I don't remember how to play it, but I can show you some of the chords, and then I'll go to the next topic from there. So it's going to be a little loud, so I'm going to turn it down. So I will tell you the purpose of this after I play the chords, and you tell me what you think about what you notice. Do you hear how negative sounding that is? Those chords were actually in D minor, which is actually one of my favorite minor keys. And the reason why is, one, the first time I ever really heard a good song in D minor was the Phantom of the Opera. And these chords, you should be able to recognize them even if you haven't seen the show. Like, I feel like, based upon the people that I know, it's, you hear that and you know that's the Phantom of the Opera. And that relates to music because, and the mask concept, because it sounds so dark, but you get drawn in by the song, just like the character Christine Daae does in the play, in the musical, when the Phantom is taking her to his lair at the bottom of the opera house. So that's mainly what I wanted to focus on, is that I know I didn't play a lot of piano for you guys, but I didn't want to repeat all of the play and game concepts that I've talked about before. But I want you guys to understand that the masks does have so much to do with play and people in their everyday lives. I could be, like, for example, me wearing that mask to the dance. That honestly concealed my identity. You wouldn't think it would, but when I went, teachers would be like, "Oh, who's that?" And I took it off and I told them, "Oh, hey," and they recognized me because I graduated the year before, blah, blah, blah. But, so for this concept, with games and playing, you're putting on that mask and you're hiding your identity. When you're doing such a production like Phantom of the Opera, I've had friends that performed in the show, and you become another person on stage. And it's the same thing when you're playing that music. For example, if you're in the orchestra, or if I was to play piano for this piece while a friend sang along, so I accompanied the piece, you're putting on a mask in any situation. You are concealing something from someone at all times. And when you put on that mask, it might not necessarily be to hide secrets or anything like that, but it's putting on an identity that may not be exactly your own. You might have grown onto it, but it's not literally yours. It's not a physical piece of you necessarily. Like for me, if I'm playing the piano, I guess my mask could be when I'm playing the piano. I'm focusing on the work that I'm doing. I'm not focusing on anything else. And it gives me that mask, the metaphorical mask, could be my attire. Now, we talked about this in class, how a doctor has a white coat. What's the importance of that? Well, if you see the white coat, you know, okay, this person's important. But for me, you might not realize it, but if you're in a band or an orchestra or a chorus, like you all have to wear the same outfit. If you're in a band, an orchestra, you have to wear all black. And if I went to perform a piece because of my lessons, like if I went to a concert for all the people to take lessons at the place that I go to, I would dress nicely and I would have my books and my attire, and the piano itself would be my mask. That is my symbol of authority, if you will. But yes, so enough of my ranting. I'm probably going to repost a second video, and you will see my next video within the next week or two, because I'm not sure if there's actually one for next week because of Thanksgiving. But that's it for now. This is Sarah Warren signing out of Philosophy and Music. Thanks.